Hello, dear friends. Again, very warm welcome to all of you at this platform, Dr. Shrikant Verma classes and app. So, again, very welcome to this three-dimensional concept formation. Today's topic is movement of the thoracic cage. Here, we have discussed all the details about this movement of the thoracic cage, and this is the important point for the physiology as well as for your anatomy also. The short note question is asked about the our movements of the thoracic cage as well as in anatomy. Again, it is important. So here we have done all the detailed discussion from the very basics of the first year MBBS. Yes, we have seen the quiet breathing movement, inspiration and expiration, which is the main muscle for the breathing activity, inspiratory activity. This MCQ have been asked. Answer is the diaphragm. Never say about the intercostal muscles. Yes, they are muscles responsible for the respiration, but most important muscle is our diaphragm. And the many time MCQ in anatomy also have been asked. It is supplied by our phrenic nerve. What is your trick and the mnemonic? Yes, our trick and the mnemonic is the phrenic nerve. 3 4 5 keeps diaphragm alive. 3 4 5 keeps diaphragm alive. So phrenic nerve is supplying to the diaphragm, and yes, it is having the root value of the 3 4 5. So now come to the clinical point. Yes, we are talking about our clinical point, that the pain related with the phrenic nerve, the pain related with the diaphragm, it is referred to the either on the right tip of the shoulder or the left tip of the shoulder. In case of the splenic rupture, the accumulated blood, it is causing the irritation of the left dome of the diaphragm, and the pain is referred to the left tip of the shoulder. And the our liver or the gallbladder pain, it is referred to the right tip of the shoulder, because of this phrenic nerve having the common root value with the supraclavicular nerve root value, again C2 C3 C4. Yes, C3 C4 C5, 3 4 5 you have to remember, not include the C2. Okay, so in this thoracic movement, we have seen the movement of the sternum, the movement of the our ribs. So these are the important. Again, the ribs were divided into the upper costal series and the lower costal series. So in this way we have divided. Now, what are the various diameters? See here, if you are looking the our thoracic cage from the anterior up to the our vertebral column, then it is known as our anteroposterior diameter. That is the anteroposterior diameter. You can see this is anteroposterior diameter. Remember, due to the movement of the our sternum, there is the upward backward movement that results in the increase in the anteroposterior diameter. Very easy to do imagination. If you are moving the sternum, yes, if you are moving the sternum forward and then backward, forward and then backward, so it is moving just like the movement of the our handle pump. So can you do the imagination? Yes, you can see this image. This is your sternum. When the sternum is elevating, depressing, elevating, depressing, in that situation it is just moving like the handle pump. Yes, so this is our handle pump. So handle pump, we are doing the activity, and yes, with this handle pump we are doing this kind of the activity. So you can see here the same movement is performed by the our sternum as well as the entry part of the attached rib. So these are showing the our handle pump movement, increasing the anteroposterior diameter. While see here, you can observe the bucket handle movement. Yes, try to understand. There is the upper costal ribs from the second to the sixth rib. Remember, the manubrium and the first rib, they forms the thoracic lid. That's why they are not counted under the upper costal rib, under the our bucket handle movement. These ribs, central part, that is moving just like the our handle of the bucket. Yes, you can see up down, up down. In the same way, the ribs central portion, they are moving up down. When we are doing the breathing, these ribs are elevating and depressing. That's why bucket handle movement. Getting the point? Okay. And at the last, we have seen the movement of the diaphragm. Yes, all the notes we prepared for our basic knowledge in the writing form. Okay, various muscles we've seen, movements of the thoracic cage, anteroposterior diameter, sternum showing the pump handle movement. Next, transverse diameter by the ribs showing the bucket handle movement, and then vertical diameter shown by the diaphragm. Yes, it is piston like. So just like the our, yes, piston, there is a movement upward downward. In the same way, the diaphragm is moving upward downward, upward downward. So it is maintaining the intrathoracic pressure, and when it is moving upward, exhalation occurs, and when it moves downward, decrease in the intrathoracic pressure, which pulls the air from outer side high pressure area to the low pressure area inside our thoracic cage. So this was the total description in a short and sweet way. So here we have written all the notes and presented with the various diagram, and also for the MCQ purpose we have seen the various question, and for your entire literature required for the first year MBBS. So this is the platform where we start from the very basics, ABCD, first year MBBS, notes writing, theory preparation, also integrating to the other subjects, as well as we are integrating with the our next pattern, MCQ pattern, all kind of the our exam pattern. Okay, so here now we are adding the our three-dimensional view also for the various proper knowledge. So here we have seen the our thoracic cage with the various movement. So thank you very much. Stay connected with us for the free live videos. You can stay connected with our Telegram channel, Facebook channel, YouTube channel, this all the things. And also there is the Navratri offer where only at the 499 rupees you can get the anatomy, physiology and the biochemistry for 1 month subscription. This course pattern will increase, it will enhance your study in a fast way. So thank you very much. Stay connected. All the best.